What do you think is possible for the Lakers this year?
I think a lot of things are like anything is possible. Like if you tell me, if we were to fast forward and just drop me into February 7th or 8th or whatever the trade deadline is and LeBron ain't on the team, I'm like, oh yeah, something probably happened. Or if you drop me that way and you tell me that the Lakers are 4th in the West because Luka's having a year and LeBron's having a year and Vanderbilt is healthy and DeAndre Ayton is rim running big, eating off of, and Austin Reeves, who plays really well when he's the second option. Statistically, he plays very well when he's the second option. I don't know how much that translates into winning, but he can perform well. So many things are on the board for the Lakers, Bo, that nothing would shock me. MVP Luka would not shock either one of us, right?
I mean, MVP Luka, he's got to be the on-the-board favorite, right?
No, I think it's still Jokic.
I'm only saying that because you and I have both been watching this game for a long time. We now old enough to say that, right? We done seen this season happen many times before. He'll never be in shape like this ever
Charles
again.
Charles Barkley, 93.
Shaquille O'Neal, 2000. Yep. He'll never be in shape quite like this again.
Yeah. I mean, the Chuck MVP was one of those weird things where it wasn't his best season, right? His best season might have been a couple years before, but being traded, being on the Olympic team, like he had the push of
he also
everything.
had something like 4 or 5 assists a game. Like,
yeah.
It was one of those.
Monster. He was look, because Kevin Johnson missed something like 30 games and Chuck had to like step in and do a bunch of stuff. And that was the Richard Dumas year where Richard Dumas looked like the future.
Dude. And that is the forgotten what if.
Oh my God. He was so freaky. Like him, Roy Tarpley of the Dallas Mavericks, Roy was the future.
But we saw a lot more Roy. Richard Dumas put up 1 year.
Yes. And then that was it.
Never again to be seen.
Never again. Like the Shaq MVP, where it's funny, I'm not a Shaq truther, but I'm one of those people that's like, yeah, Shaq got the amount of MVPs that he probably deserved. And it was that one. It just might have happened to be the greatest tour de force one season thing that we've ever seen. Maybe that's where Luka lands this year because if nothing else, Bo, he doesn't have to worry about to start the season. And remember, it's going to be a few weeks before LeBron is reevaluated, not returned, right? So you don't know how long this lasts. But Luka starts off the season as the number one guy where everybody knows that this is the pecking order, that we're going to go as he goes. And then LeBron will come in as he comes in and work his way through whatever version that is. Luka can set the tone in a way that he might not have been able to if LeBron were there. That's not to say the Lakers will be a better team without LeBron. That might be ridiculous. But for Luka himself to set the table, this is possibly the best scenario for him to set the table and be a 35, 10 and 10 MVP type of candidate.
While playing for the Lakers, and don't let them overperform.
Ooh, baby.
Right? I mean, you get this really by overperforming. That's the biggest part, exceeding our expectation. Totally on the board. And you kind of touched on it. The next part, what is this year going to be? Because it normally ain't this much drama with LeBron to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got the word out through McMenamin of he's going to be watching, seeing what the Lakers do, and then make his decisions. And I'm just trying to figure out where this leverage is that he and Rich have.
The leverage probably lies in the Lakers don't want egg on their face with a legend leaving them. Like, I think you look at it and say, if LeBron leaves the Lakers and does not retire, a Laker looks bad for LeBron. If the Lakers view this as LeBron does not retire, a Laker looks bad for us and our lore and our brand and everything that we've been for 50 years, that's a stain on them. That's how I think the Lakers and the Laker brand and the Jeannie Buss brand feel about that. So
they do feel like they're the place that people stay, right?
Yes.
But
you don't leave the Lakers once you get there. They may send you on your way, but you don't leave them.
But if he leave and go out sad, Because going out sad is on the board.
Now, what does going out sad mean? Now,
And see, yeah, you and I talked about this on the phone, and we did not really come to a resolution on this. So, for example, somehow Kobe Bryant, who was hurt and bad for his last 3 years, managed to not go out sad, but it was because he stayed on the Lakers team that really didn't have much expectation.
right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did not go out sad, but I think it's because they did a farewell tour.
Mm-hmm.
But he was that last year. Kareem was not a great. When people talk about, well, Magic won all the rings with Kareem, 1988 Kareem was not, Kareem of 1980.
The last Kareem was 1985.
Yes, and even then, that was for the finals.
Right.
Like we were still in a decline version, but Kareem did not go outside. Dirk Nowitzki did his farewell tour, did not go outside sad. Dwayne Wade did a bit of a tour, basically did a tour himself, did not go outside sad. Whether or not you go out sad has a lot to do with how you calibrate our expectations going in to whatever the last year is going to be, right? And what the expectations are of that team. If your thing is, I'm still looking for a team to win a championship, and then you get there and you're not a championship contributor, that's when we start approaching the possibility of going out sad.
Well, the weird thing for LeBron sits in the place of, in this second tax apron world or salary cap apron world where he's not going to be taking pay cuts. And nor should he. Like, he's been underpaid for the vast majority of his career. I would never, ask somebody to take a pay cut. But if you're going to take up $50+ million in salary cap space, how good of a team can you be with a 42, 41, whatever it is, however old he's going to be when he gets to that point, type of block on your roster? Can there be a better player who's not making that level of money, and where is that? Like, here's the question. Is there going to be a mad dash to New York City next year? Is it going to be a mad dash between LeBron James and Giannis? Let's see who gets there first.
If you are the Knicks, why would you do that? Like, as long as LeBron isn't guarding anybody, why would you do that?
I don't disagree with you. As a whole, and it depends on what happens this year. If the Knicks underachieve this year, anything can be on the board.
That is true.
Yeah, we already know. Here's the thing: the Knicks are in this weird position where they realize Giannis only wants to go to them right now, right, or as of August or July, whenever the exclusive. I said this the other day. Exclusive negotiating periods have only happened when we're talking about billionaires buying teams from each other, not a player going somewhere. Exclusive negotiating period. What the hell does that mean? Like, exclusive you know what that was? That was Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka last exclusive. That mean that don't nobody else know that we talking, right? That's a secret ass relationship, right? That's what that is. But once you get past the first game of the season, everything's open. Because all Giannis has to do is get to the end of this year and everything's on the board for him as far as where he might want to go, because the whole league is now his oyster. Maybe New York was just the one place he wanted to go this past July. And if you're the Knicks, do you want to take that chance of having the whole board open? Or do you want to look at the window now and say, hey, man, if we underachieving come February, do y'all want to see if we can make this happen?
Let me tell you, to get Giannis, I feel like you got to trade Karl, but to get Giannis, you fix a lot of problems, right? It's Jalen Brunson doesn't guard anybody. Okay, well, we've got this guy back here.
Because the Knicks can't take in $1 more, right, than what they send out because they're in second apron territory. The Bucks are not. So they can take in more. Not a hell of a lot more, but they can take in more, which means the Knicks can send out more. In theory, you could send out Bridges plus OG Anunoby or whatever, you know what I mean? Some iteration. They just don't have the picks and the capital of the picks. And if you're the Bucks, do you want a 30-plus-year-old Karl Towns who's had knee issues?
Are we old enough that Karl Towns is 30-something years old?
I think Karl is 30 or about to be 30.
Year 11. Year 11.
Everybody I mean, we ain't getting old, but it's a lot of these young dudes is.
A lot of these young dudes are getting old, man. And a lot of the dudes younger than them are having old people injuries.
Yeah, I mean.
They keep telling me Jason Tatum out here dunking. I'm like, take your time, young fella. Take your time. Ain't no rush. Ain't no rush. You ain't got to be back this year.
I think he's going to play this year.
I know, and I'm saying, take your time, young fella. Take your time.
I mean, you can't. Here's the thing: you can't tell Jason Tatum to not push his rehab, right?
I agree, but they can tell him that we're not gonna play you this year. Like anytime somebody they're like, "Yo, he came back faster from this injury than anybody else has," or remind me of when Jerry Rice came back from that ACL tear after 3 months, and then he got his knee broke.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and Jerry Rice is a different level of freakish athlete. That man was running up hills the day after they won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like he was different.
Ran up that hill this morning.
He's still waiting on the. You think Jerry's still waiting on the call?
I think Jerry just run up that hill. Like when the year they came back from that strike, I was talking to Michael Smith once. It was that year that Jerry came. That the NFL had that strike in '87, and Jerry Rice had, I want to say, 21 touchdown catches in 12 games when they came back. Because strike. People think it ain't going to come in no time soon. They out here doing whatever. I'm like, Jerry Rice was out there doing every day the same thing he did today. And Michael Smith go, run that hill? I said, run that hill.
Y'all think shit sweet. This thing go in any day now. I'm going to be out here doing whatever. Y'all ain't going to catch me slipping.
Jerry Rice was 40 years old with a head full of potentially prosthetic dreadlocks running up that hill.
Man, look. Now, do we consider Jerry Rice going outside with the Seahawks? Or do people not remember Jerry Rice?
I don't think that people quite remember it. It's a little different with a football player than it is with like a baseball or a basketball player.
Yeah, it's like
nobody gets to go out on their own terms at football, really. Yeah. That's just not. It was amazing that Jerry could still be going, right? Yeah. But if LeBron out here looking bad, and look, man,
because you can look bad and still be productive.
He's old. Yeah, it's amazing that he's out there. But I don't. What on Mello show they talk about? I forget what they call the jerseys, but it's like ugly jerseys, bad look jerseys, right? LeBron out here wearing the Milwaukee Bucks jersey or something like that. It's like, oh no, brother, no, man. Because they clearly have demonstrated they don't talk to you about trades no more. They just make them.
Well, the thing is, at this point, and this would be a serious question that I would ask LeBron. Short of, I just want to play because I love playing basketball. I like the team. I like not even the team. I like the routine of being a basketball player. I like the schedule that comes with being a basketball player. Like you see a lot of athletes have problems once they leave the structure of everything that comes with being an athlete. I feel like that's more football players than basketball players, but maybe that's LeBron's thing. I don't even know if it's about winning the argument, that mythical argument anymore. I think he believes he's won the argument, so there's nothing necessarily for him to prove. I just wonder, why is he still doing this?
I talk about this. Gilbert Arenas talks about it on his show all the time, man. When it's over, it's over. Hold on as long as you can. Maybe that's the way LeBron looks at it, but I don't know. I'm amazed he's still going. It's amazing that he's been as good as he has been, but you're now going to have complications. Like all these salary caps and all these sports are set up to get high salary old people out of there. Like high salaries, moderate production, the structure is designed to get them out of there for younger and cheaper. But he's LeBron James. I don't think anybody, the Lakers kind of, Kobe made it easy for them to restart while he was still there and still sell some tickets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is more confounding than any other aging player.
Well, we don't know what the standard is. Like, we could measure for every other player to large degree, every other great player of reasonable time. Like when Magic came back, we knew what Magic was doing. Magic was scratching an itch because he felt like something had been taken away from him. And Magic was productive as all hell on that dog shit Lakers team back then. He was like 16, 7, and 6, right? But we knew what it was. We knew what it was, right? With Michael, we knew it was, I'm going to play until I can become an owner. I'm just going to play these 2 years and I'm become an owner. And then Abe Pollin said, no, thank you, right? Like you could see the finish line, and we knew what the finish line was, and we knew what the goal was. For LeBron, we don't know what the goal is. And I'm not saying that as a criticism or a critique.
No, we just don't know.
You just don't know. And he hasn't come out and said it. He's been very, when I go out, I'm going to want a farewell tour, and I'm going to let y'all know ahead of time. And then here's the crazy part for me about that commercial or the ad or whatever, and why people were upset. I don't think it was necessarily the part about him parroting the decision and bringing that back into the consciousness. I think there's a large element, or it felt like there was a large element of people who are waiting for him to go. And that's a different type of feeling than most players who have given as much to the game, who mean as much to the game as LeBron means to the game. Most people are like, man, cherish these games, cherish these moments. You never know when you're going to see another player like this. You're not going to see him again, blah, blah, blah. When he came out and did the okie doke, which I'm not sure why anybody believed he was going to make his announcement on Instagram that he was retiring, right. All right, whatever. But if you believe that, and you were, and the backlash was, why would he take me for a ride? You had the expectation or even the hope that this was over.
Have you ever had a musical artist that you love and then one day you just didn't check for them no more? Right? Yeah. And so it goes in different scales, but like, I love the Roots. After like, I guess 2010, was that Game Theory the one that came out then or whatever? Yeah, after that, I wasn't checking for the next Roots album. It's not because or a better example. My favorite television show is The Simpsons. Number one, I have not gone out of my way to watch a new episode of The Simpsons in at least 20 years. It had already been on for 20 years.
Right.
Or, or damn near whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you put The Simpsons on in front of me, I'll probably watch it and enjoy it. But I'm not checking for new Simpsons episodes anymore.
Yeah, it's probably like Law and Order. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like, I'm not checking, I'm not looking for the new. Like, they brought Law and Order back. I ain't trying to see the new. Like, I'm good on that now. Right. It was great. I enjoyed it, but I'm good on that now. And I do think that there are people.
I still hate Watch Stabler though. I hate, like, maybe you know what? Maybe people hate Watch LeBron. Maybe it's some element to that. I hate Watch Stabler. You know what I mean? I can admit that's a compelling character, that like he be beating up people and he stands for a lot of things that I as a citizen cannot ride with. But I'll hate Watch Stabler. You know what I mean? And considering like the events of the past day, I cherish the things that I like. I like what I like, and I'm okay with liking what I like. And you've given what you've given to the world. It is out there. You can forever go back to it. Once it is out there in the world, it's for you to keep and for you to do whatever you need to do with. So I understand why LeBron may not want to walk away, because he may view it similarly to a death.